Ference with UPMC Lifestyle Medicine Culinary Medicine program. We're in the middle of our holiday cooking series and in the middle of summer, so we're going to make some picnic treats today. Our first dish is a corn confetti pasta salad made with ingredients that are a lot more whole foods, a lot less fat, and a lot more fiber. So I hope you enjoy this one. There are several components to this recipe, so we're going to sort of do them in segments. First, we're going to start with cooking our pasta. We are using a chickpea pasta, which has more fiber, more protein. It helps us avoid white flour. The other option would probably be using a good whole wheat pasta. Would be another. For the pasta in the salad, we're going to use chickpea pasta. And this is a brand I really like, and many of my patients have actually recommended as well. We're going to cook 4 cups, and so I have the water boiling. We will add 4 cups of sauce here. And then in the last minute, I am going to add the 1.5 cups of the frozen shelled edamames. So I'm not going to make you watch this pot boil, but we'll add this later. Next, we're going to make our creamy corn dressing that we're going to finish this dish off with. This dressing has no fat in it. It's made basically with corn and lemon juice and some mustard. Great way to save a lot of the calories from mayonnaise and all the other dressings we tend to use that have a lot of oils in them and that are very high in calorie density. And instead of using a lot of oils and mayonnaise, we're actually going to use corn and cream it up, mix it with some lemon juice and some mustard for a nice creamy and flavorful taste. So I have the equivalent of 3 ears of corn. I use frozen. I just microwaved it a little bit. You can leave it out and defrost it or run some hot water over it. Either way, I want to add a 1/2 cup of water. Going to add my clove of garlic here. Okay, and I'm going to blend this first. We blend this, and then we're going to have to strain the corn a little bit so it's creamier. We get any of the what didn't blend as well. We get all that out. So we will blend it in the bullet here. Take a look at this. Definitely looks nice and creamy. I have a fine mesh strainer over here that I'm just going to run it through to just get any kind of grit out of there. Okay, so we kind of have some of the fibrous parts of the corn we're going to just discard, and we have a nice creamy corn sauce left. To that we add the 3 tablespoons of lemon juice here. Already measured that out. And then we have 2 teaspoons of mustard. It calls for Dijon mustard. I just know we have a preference for spicy brown mustard, so that's what I'm using. It probably can go either way to taste. And then salt and pepper to taste as well. So I will just add some, and I will taste it. This is going to be a fairly large salad though, so this is the only salt and pepper in it, so I'll do a decent amount here. You can always add more over time. Okay, a little spoon over here. Very nice flavor. We'll see how it goes with the whole pasta. Now I'm going to teach you how to spiralize zucchini that we're going to use in this recipe as well. This is a fun technique. You'll actually see a lot of these spiralized vegetables in a grocery store already done for you, but they really cost quite a bit and it's fairly easy to do yourself. Great way to use these vegetables in a salad or to use as pasta to decrease the calorie density from regular pasta noodles. Ference, I am going to show you how to spiral zucchini. We're also going to use this spiraled zucchini in our confetti corn pasta bowl that we'll be making later. But spiraling zucchini is a nice way to use zucchini as noodles. This is a spiralizer. This particular one I think is called a Veggigetti, but they come in various varieties. This is probably less than $15. I've seen it even cheaper. They make bigger versions with cranks if you want to do a lot of this and want to use maybe harder vegetables, but this is like a pencil sharpener. There is a thick mode and a thin mode here. I have basically cut the tip off of my zucchini and I am going to just spiralize it right into this container, just like I would be sharpening a pencil. And for this recipe, it wants me to cut these ribbons into about 2 inches. So I'll do that afterwards. We'll just get this done here. Really good for having pasta. Sometimes I mix half whole wheat pasta or chickpea pasta and half zucchini, or you can do just the zucchini. It's good in salads. You can also spiralize things like cucumbers. Sometimes carrots. Carrots are a little trickier in these hand versions. They work a little better in some of the crank versions. In the bigger spiralizers, you can even do beets raw, which are a nice addition to salads and things. Okay, I left the tip on this zucchini so I can hold it at the end and go as far down as I can, but I think we're at the end here. This kind of is what comes out the middle. I usually throw that away. That's just kind of the middle part that it gets spiralized around. So I'm gonna take this back out because for this recipe, they want us to make about 2 inches. So I'm not gonna get too fussy with it, but just kind of cut it up so it's easier. It doesn't, it's not too long for someone to eat. So that is how you spiralize zucchini. Okay, I think we are about ready to assemble our salad. I have chopped all our vegetables in advance, and that's a good technique to get in the habit of doing so that everything is ready to go as you're cooking. I've also cooked 2 ears of corn because we're going to garnish the top of this salad with some planks from cutting that corn off the cob. So I'm going to start with cutting the corn off the cob so that we have that available. And it's okay if it falls apart a little bit. We don't need the full plank, but I'm gonna try to keep some of it together so it's nice and pretty though. Now we're going to take the pasta and the edamames that we've already cooked. Start with that as a base. We're going to add our vegetables. We have grape tomatoes that I've cut in half, a little easier to eat that way. We have orange bell pepper, make this nice and colorful. That's where it gets the name Confetti from. And then these spiralized zucchini that I've cut in about 2-inch squares. We're going to use about half of our creamy corn dressing. And we can leave the other half to just add to the salad when the individual's eating it if it needs a little more. So just gonna mix this up for you. Very pretty too. So it looks beautiful. I am going to transport this into a nice serving dish here. I'm also going to taste it actually for salt and pepper and that sort of thing before I put the corn on top. Very good. And now I'm going to garnish it. I put a little more salt and pepper on it for flavor, and we have some of these corn planks. I want some of them big, some of them smaller, doesn't really matter, but put some corn, give it this summery, cool look to it. And I do want to give credit where credit's due. This is a recipe I've adapted from Forks Over Knives. They do a very good job. A lot of their recipes are very low oil. A lot of good ways to figure out how to make things with, you know, vegan type mayonnaises, you know, not the commercial, but making your own and things like that. So they do an excellent job. So yeah, I'll probably get the rest of it on here too, but just to give you an idea of the final product. Hope you enjoy.